Good morning. Welcome to creating a quiz in Google Forms using Flubaroo. First thing I'm going to do, I'm actually in Google Chrome. I'm going to go ahead and go in Google Apps and then into my Drive. I already have a folder in here. It looks like I don't have it anymore. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and create a new folder. And I think I'll call this Google Form Assessments. And go ahead and create it. So now that I have Google Form Assessments, I'm going to go ahead and go up here. Actually, I'm going to open it up first. Make sure I'm inside of my folder. And then I'm going to go to New, and I'm going to create, let's see, go down to More, and Google Forms. So I have an assessment here. So here's my assessment. This is what my students will be actually working on, showing all of their work, but their answer is going to be, for instance, the first one is going to be x equals 3. I don't want my students to write x equals 3. I wrote this x equals. All I want them to write is 3 so that it can be graded by the computer or by Flubaroo. So I'm going to go ahead and go back into my form. Since I could write the question, but it's not necessary, all I really need to do is write number 1 or question number 1. Let's title this form too. It's going to be Algebra A, Quiz 8. And this one's going to be, I'm going to call, the color of this is going to be white. So the students know, because I'm going to have two forms. So this one's going to be my white version, and the other one's going to be my green version. I'm afraid if I put A or B, students might get those mixed up. Okay, so back over to my question. Oh, one more thing. I can title my form, and then if I go up here under Untitled Form and just click, it now gives it this title. Okay, so we have question number 1. It says option 1. I have multiple choice over here. That's not what I want. I'm going to go up here and go up to short answer. Now I have 7 questions, so I'm going to go ahead and just duplicate this question over and over, just change the number. So this one will be number 2, and then I'll have number 3, duplicate again, number 4, scroll back down, duplicate again, number 5, duplicate again, number 6, duplicate again, number 7. Okay, so now my quiz is all set up. Now, when using Flubaroo, I need to answer my own quiz. So I'm going to go up into preview. We're going to preview this quiz, and we're going to take the quiz ourselves. Problem is, all of these questions are now option 1, and they're not your answer. I'm not exactly sure why it didn't change them to short answer, but all I need to do is click on that question and change it to short answer. I'm not sure if I was going too quick. Let's go back and go to short answer. I'm just clicking on each one of these questions and changing it. Almost done. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to go back up to the top and go back to my preview. Okay, so now I'm going to type in my answers. So the answer to question number 1 is going to be 3. Question number 2 is 8. Question number 3 is 4. Question number 4 is 0. Question number 5 is 1. Question number 6 is solution. And question number 7 is 2. And I'm going to go ahead and submit this. Okay, so it's been recorded. I'm going to go up here and exit that out. So now if I was only giving one version of this quiz, I would just go ahead and stop here and copy this link. So we're going to go send. Here's my link. I'm going to shorten this URL and copy it. And then I would share that with my students in some way. There's actually a way you can shorten it even more at tinyurl.com. Here I'm going to enter by hitting Control V, and I'm going to enter in that URL that Google Forms gave me. And let's say, let me call this Flubaroo. Let's see, Algebra A Quiz 8 White. All right, so hopefully this is going to be available. If I click Make Tiny URL, it says it was created. So this is algebra. I'm going to write this down so that I can give it to my students. Quiz 8 White. This is what my students will type in right here. Since I'm going to make a second version, I'm going to go back in to my form. Actually, I'm going to go back into my folder. I'm done with this form for now. And I'm going to go back into my folder, and I'm going to highlight this, and I'm going to right click, and I'm going to make a copy. Okay, so now this one says copy of Algebra A Quiz White. I'm going to right click again, and I'm going to rename it. So this one's going to be, instead of copy, it's going to be Algebra A Quiz 8 Green. I'm going to hit OK. Now I have two different versions. I'm going to go into my green version. I'm going to change the name of it. Double clicking here, it's not wanting me to, there we go. As you can see, it changed up here, but this one didn't change. Okay, so I still have all the same questions. Now I just have to put in a different answer. So I'm going to go ahead and preview this one and take it again because I have different answers for this one. So my answer to question number 1 is no solution. My answer to question number 2 is 4. My answer to question number 3 is 8. Question number 4 is 1. 5 is 0. 6 is 3. And 7 is 2. Submit. Okay, I'm not going to go ahead and create this tiny URL in front end because this video is only going to be 15 minutes long and I'm already at 10. So I'd like to use the time to show you how to use the Flubaroo option as soon as my students have taken this test. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we're back and my students have taken this assessment. But before I go on, I'd like to show an alternate way of creating this URL. So I could just not even deal with sharing it or typing any type of link into tinyURL. I could have just gone to Classroom. So if you're a Classroom user, I could just go to Classroom. And here's my classroom. And I could go into period 4. And as you can see, this is how I shared it with my kids. Let me show you how easy that was. I'm just going to go to plus assignment, create assignment. As soon as I create assignment, we're just going to put testing. And I hit right here on my little Google Drive icon. Well, we'll give them this one, mini math. Add. And that's it. Assign. So for those of you that use Classroom, it's actually a lot easier to go that route. All right, so let's go back into the quiz. So I have my Algebra A quiz 8 green, and it shows me I have 20 responses. Go in here and check out the responses if you like. But for the sake of time, I want to just go ahead and show you how to use Flubaroo. So here's my green icon right here for Excel spreadsheet. I'm going to create an Excel spreadsheet. I'm going to keep this selected, create a new spreadsheet, and go ahead and hit create. Okay. So I specifically told the kids to not put X equals, just put the answer. So you can see some of them didn't follow directions. You can actually change these for them if you'd like. Okay, so now I'm going to go up to add-ons. And you may not see Flubaroo, so you can go to get add-ons. I already have and actually added in there. I already have Flubaroo, so I'm going to go right here and grade assignment. So for question number 1, it's going to be normal grading. Question number 2, you can assign different points if you'd like. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue. Oh, right now it's saying you must select at least one question that identifies a student before continuing. So the first question would be identify student. So continue. All right, it says please select which submission should be used as the answer key. Well, the first submission that I have was at 8:17 in the morning when I actually took the assessment myself. That's why we took the assessment. We put the answer key in. So I'm going to go ahead and select that one and continue. Okay, and so my grading is complete, and Flubaroo has looked at the results right here. So question 2, question 7, 37%. It puts it in orange here because that's of concern. That's way too low. Question number 6 is the only one in white. So they did really well on question number 6. Down here on your tab, you have your student submissions here, and then you can go to your grades. That's what Flubaroo has done for you. So I hope you've enjoyed this session on using Google Forms to give quizzes and grade with Flubaroo.